भद्रम
पहले भद्रम कर लेते हैं. भद्रम कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाशभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धशवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षर्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति न बृहस्पतिर्दधातु. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. Okay, I had put something and then it got moved, so I have to go figure it out where we were. I did put the date there. Here it is. So we finished
28, I think.
27 we finished.
So 28. 28, yeah.
Oh, 28 we finished. You're right. 28 because this was so small.
28.
We finished 28 and now we are going to 29.
Yeah.
So just to recap, he was talking about Maya and how because of Brahman it is non-changeable, non-dual, but because of Maya we see the world. So that concept he opened it up before. So now we are going to go further. यथा स्वप्ने द्वयाभासं स्पन्दते मायया मनः तथा जाग्रद्वयाभासं स्पन्दते मायया मनः. Go with the Sanskrit and
Yatha means just as. Swapne is in dream. Dvaya abhasa means a seeming duality. Spandate is projects or vibrates. Maya is through delusion. Man is the mind. Tata in the same way, Jagrata in the waking state, Dvaya abhasam, the seeming duality of Spandate projects. Maya through delusion, Manaha the mind. So as in dream, the mind acts through Maya, delusion, revealing the appearance of duality. So also in the waking state, the mind projecting through Maya causes the appearance of the world of multiple objects.
read this.
Just as in the dream, the agitated mind creates a delusory dream world, and the dreamer identifying himself with it takes it to be real and gains experience thereunder. So too in the waking state, the waker's mind, being agitated, projects itself to a world of delusory plurality, and he gains therein his experience of a world, seemingly real for him for the time being.
So, I don't know if you guys have heard this, but I've heard that people who are very quiet mind, they don't dream. Have you heard of that?
Yeah?
They don't.
Saints and sages, they might get a dream for some purpose. You know, if somebody wants to give some message and all, but the kind of dreams we get, they don't get it.
Because their mind is not agitated.
Exactly. So the dream is because of agitated mind. And here in my commentary, it started with, as in the dream, the mind vibrates through Maya. And we have even heard that even the modern theory of creation, some of it says that, there was a vibration. That's how it started, right? That Big Bang also, some kind of vibration happened, and Om is a vibration. There's so many. So here he's talking about that why do we dream? Because if our mind is agitated, and then it projects this dream. So just like in the dream, the whole world gets projected because of agitation, he's comparing the dream to the real world.
I think that's true.
Yeah. So that, and now
because we used to get more dreams when we were young, falling from the mountain.
कोई भी डर होता है ना?
Yeah.
मेरे को अभी भी ड्रीम आते थे कि I'm sitting for the exam and I don't remember anything.
Yeah, those kind
because
of
in India it was like the whole year dependent on that. Here in this country it's not like that.
It's not like that.
There you could have been the smartest kid, but if you didn't remember or you were sick or something, finished the whole year.
That dream was so common.
Yes, because of that, the way the thing was. Or, like I used to get a dream. One time I got a dream in my childhood, and I'll never forget that I'm a little girl and I'm walking, and some bad guy comes and start dragging me, and my family cannot see me.
Oh gosh.
Such a horrible dream. So it's
I
like,
used to have beautiful dreams, so I don't know.
so your
I
mind
don't
was very
know.
quiet.
Did
Yes.
did your mother always tell you, "कोई नहीं आएगा तुमको पकड़ के ले जाएगा"?
हो सकता है. I know that you're right, because it's a fear in the child.
Yeah.
You know. I think my cousins were the mean guys, because I was the youngest and they used to scare me. And
The boys,
yes,
yeah.
yes. Got a lot of boys in the family, so they would
They
scare
are
me.
mean
You
to
know?
the younger sisters.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
More
You know, they
can
think
bully.
it's a little doll, just go
Yeah.
darao. You know, yeah. That's what it is. Now you explained it. Okay, so now everybody kind of identified with this whole thing, right? That we also feel that when our minds are agitated, that's when we get dreams, and so he's saying the same thing happens there.
So
Okay.
maybe that's why it's good to meditate before you sleep, calm your
Yes,
mind.
but people say so.
But still, we do dream. Even
In fact, somebody was saying that the best time to just think of God and all is right before sleeping. Then in your dreams also will be very nice. We have heard this, right?
yeah. And when you wake up, also say "Good morning, God."
So they start with the whole prayers
Yeah.
to Bhagwan
Yeah.
only. Yeah. Advayam chadvaya bhasam
Advayam chadvayabhasam
manah swapnena samshayah
manah swapnena samshayah
Advayam chadvaya bhasam
Advayam chadvayabhasam
tatha jagranna samshayah
Tatha jagrana samshayah. You want to read?
Sanskrit.
Agrayam, the non-dual, cha and alone, dvav abhasam, and the seeming duality of manah mind, swapne in the dream, ne sanshaya, there is no doubt, advayam cha, the non-dual alone, dvav abhasam, the seeming duality, tatha in the same way, jagrat in the waking state, ne sanshaya, there is no doubt.
See, now we can understand the Sanskrit also when it is broken.
I'm glad. Huh?
That's what
Read this also. Okay. There is none.
There is no doubt that the non-dual mind itself appears shattered into the plurality of the dream. Likewise, reality which is non-dual appears at the multiple world as the multiple world in the waking state also. Thus, the logical conclusion and the philosophical explanations for this apparent world of plurality can only be that it is the projection of the mind. Just as in the dream, every object perceived is nothing but the perceiver's own mind, so too in the waking state the world outside is nothing but his own mind. In the dream world, the hunter and the hunted, the perceiver and the perceived, the very atmosphere, the very earth, and the very body of the dreamer moving about in the dream, all are nothing but the dreamer's own mind. When he is awakened, he realizes that the non-dual mind itself gets shattered into the various delusory objects of the dream world. So too, if we are awakened, we shall realize that the pluralistic world perceived is nothing other than the waker's own mind agitated by its own inner turmoil and splashed into its own ignorance. This realization can come only when we are fully awakened from the dream of the world into the realm of pure knowledge. Very nice.
So see, it's a self-explanatory what he's saying, that how in the dream, when we wake up, what do we realize? That our mind created this world.
Yeah.
So he's saying as though the mind got shattered into pieces, meaning your mind only has become the tree and the people and the emotions. It's so true.
But sometimes we sleep with very peaceful mind with meditation and everything, and we get the dream and we can't correlate what this dream I
Because
didn't
you
even
may be
think
thinking
about
that
this.
you are meditating, but the जन्मों की जो वासना भरी हुई है वो तो है ही है ना दिमाग में. This is just a temporary fix. So if you have to,
Sukhyam you can't see.
yeah, if you want to long
sometimes-
period of time, if you do the meditation, then it will get cleansed,
No,
and then
no,
you want
sometimes
to.
we think, why I dreamed this? Like there was no,
No
connection.
connection.
I didn't even think about anything like
No,
that.
because,
Previous
because dream has no time limit. So your multiple lifetimes,
Yeah, multiple life.
they combine. Like if you're flying, you must be a bird in the previous life, so you can fly. So all those come in because there's no time dimension there.
There are so many theories about.
Or your desire that you want to be free, so that also you could be a bird. You feel that you are a bird.
Some people actually think that your unfulfilled desire sometimes gets finished in the dream. They have this one theory. The other theory is like Swamiji was saying that somebody said, oh, to analyze dream, he's saying, no, it's just vomiting of mind, just forget about it. Would you care about your vomit? Whatever happened, just, so that's how he told to brush it off.
Yeah.
He's saying that don't try to sit and analyze those things, So there are different saints approach it different ways.
Sivananji wrote a whole article on theory of dreams, and in that he said that you don't manufacture anything in dream. It has to have happened sometime in Jagrat state.
Yeah.
Maybe not in this life, but maybe in some other life.
Yeah.
So it cannot be manufactured.
And the other theory that I've heard is like when we are getting tired, okay, bodily, that's how we may go to sleep. Mind also gets tired, right?
Yeah.
So that in that tired mind, it's like when you have a tired body, whatever, you don't do a good job. Idhar se uthaya, kuch mix kiya. So mind also does that. It's a whole storehouse is there, picked up from here, picked up and created a story. So all those make sense. So it depends on how you want to. There are so many people say so many things, but all are true in their own respect.
Yeah,
whatever they're
sometimes
saying.
it's very clear.
But
You
sometimes
know
it's very
what the
clear. It's
meaning.
giving some
But to me,
message.
we come back,
Like-
coming back to her.
Like I got the message so clear. I want to share with you all.
Yeah.
When my husband passed away, we were going through lot of problems.
Yeah.
And then it happened, and my mind is so much, I don't know what to do. I'm so
Puzzled.
confused. I'm so like families saying, sell the house, sell the business, do this, do that. And I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. So, but somehow I was getting this inner strength. I was not weak at all. I was not going through this pain, and I'm strong inside.
Yeah.
And I could meditate. I could. And I slept at night, and I prayed, and I told my husband, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I cannot handle all these problems. Just show me some way. I know you are listening, and I know you know it better. So just show me some way. And then I saw him in my dream.
Okay.
Who? So whom?
Husband.
My husband.
You pray to your husband.
Yes, I used to talk to him every day. I still talk to him. So I saw I'm in a big, very big truck. It's that big truck that I never saw in my life. Because I love traveling, and I used to
Were
tell
you
my
driving?
what?
Were you driving the truck?
I'm sitting on the bonnet. On the truck there is a
Husband is
seat.
driving it.
On the boat.
And I don't see my husband. I'm just have a feeling that he's the driver, and I'm talking to him.
Oh, what an amazing dream. Yeah.
And I'm sitting in the bonnet, and I can see the whole world from there.
Okay.
And I said, he said, I'm here to take you on the world tour, because we always talked about it. That when are we going on the world tour? And he used to say, when we retire, we'll go on world tour. And he says, I'm here to take you on the world tour. And I said, I have no desire of world tour anymore. I do not want to travel the world. I'm worried about all the things which are in the trunk, which are in the truck. I'm feeling like everything is in the truck now. And he says, that's why I brought all this big truck, so that I can put everything in
and
it
then go.
and dump it there. I know the dump place.
Amazing.
And I said, are you sure? And he says, I know 100%. And I said, forget about the world traveling. Just put this in the dump. And he says, okay, hold tight.
Okay.
So I hold tight, and then all of a sudden there is water everywhere. And we couldn't see the road. And I said, oh my gosh, we can't see the road. And he says, can you trust me?
Interesting.
I said, okay. He said, trust me. And then our truck started moving like tilting. And I said, how can I trust you? We are drowning. And he said, what did I say you? Hold tight.
Okay.
So he said, trust me and hold tight.
Hold tight, okay.
And I woke up. And
That is amazing.
and
too.
I got these two messages very clear, that trust and hold tight.
Yes, that's what he wanted to give you.
And
Yeah.
then
The
I
message.
told my whole family, just leave me alone. I'm not making any decisions.
Good
Just
for you.
let me hold tight to everything, and I'll make decision when my mind is
clear.
normal.
Yes. No, there are those messages. That's why I was saying the saints and sages also get dreams
You
for a
got the
specific
crux of the
purpose.
message.
Yes.
That is also important, you know.
And what you said, I had one couple that we knew, and it's a same type of story, but it's also very significant, like you said. So what happened in this family? They came to visit us. They had two little daughters, and the husband was driving the car and had an accident. In that accident, the daughter and the mother, his mother and daughter, both died.
Oh.
Imagine the state of mind of that person. Okay.
Yeah.
So then we had met them one time, after maybe 1 or 2 years, they did some puja, and I was there.
What
and
is who died?
his own daughter.
He was dying,
And
he
the wife.
survived.
Yeah,
Acha,
he
the wife-
survived. His wife survived.
Oh, wife also survived.
Yeah, and the other daughter also survived.
Only
उसकी जो एक
his-
बच्ची और उसकी खुद की माँ दोनों की डेथ हो गई उसके हाथों. तो and when I met him, he looked like okay. Nobody can be okay from
Yeah,
that
yeah.
perspective, but he had a mental balance. And I was very happy to see that in spite of this. So then when the conversation was going on, he said after the daughter died, he was so shattered, just
Yeah.
like he didn't know what to do. And in the same night, he got the dream. The daughter came in the dream, the one who had died, and said, Papa, don't worry about me at all. I am very happy where I am. Okay? So, but what do you want me to do? Like, how do I live without you? Say, whatever love you had from, I get goosebumps when I'm thinking about this. Give it to my sister. And that was the message.
Wow.
And he said that that dream gave him so much peace,
Yeah.
that he could go on. Just like in your case, your dream gave you strength, that you got the two messages. And I thought that, my God, wherever she was, she passed on the message that, it had to happen. Don't blame
Yeah.
yourself. That was one incident that happened. The other one, I'll tell you, this is also a true incident, that when my kids were in high school, one girl was driving to Galveston in that open Jeep, okay, and then 2-3 other kids were sitting. And these new drivers, they are 16, 17, they don't know how to drive, they don't have a control over the car.
Yeah.
She swirled the car in such a way, and the girl was not wearing a seatbelt, so the girl
Door opened.
fell
Oh.
and died. So now imagine the guilt of this girl who's driving. So, the Christians, they have this eulogy and all that. They have a different way that they handle their grief and all that. So this girl is so shattered that in that whole process, what do they call it? Showing and all they do and all.
The funeral.
The funeral. The father whose girl died stood up and he gave a speech and he told and declared in front of everybody. He told that girl, I do not blame you at all. I want you to be happy in your life. I want you to go on. And I thought, what a big heart.
Yeah.
Because he realized that जो होना था वो हो गया, इसकी जिंदगी में क्यों बर्बाद करूं? So that girl could go on and he became like another dad for her. He had such a big heart to deal with this loss. So I think because he was probably grounded in spirituality,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So grounding in spirituality can really make you deal with lot of pain, lot of things in a very dignified manner.
There are a lot of people who like, I think in New York or somewhere, I think one black guy, I think killed someone's son, and I think he was a Muslim guy. But he says, my son is already gone, but I don't want this young boy to be, go on astray. So they actually forgave him. He helped him. And when he came out from the jail also, he rehabilitated him and all that. He said, because I don't want him to do this wrong thing, what he has done to my son. So, rehabilitate him.
Very nice, yeah.
And in India also, some people tie Rakhi to the murderers,
For the same reason,
Okay.
they just want to
forgive and move.
Yeah,
on.
they want for their own shanti and helping somebody, because then they can get out their pain much easier.
Forgiveness gives peace. Na? That is.
So now everybody understood that he's talking about that how, coming back to this Vedanta now, that if we can see our mind, that if a mind can project everything, it looks so real, and when we wake up, that's the only time we realize. So that's why he's saying that the spiritually awakened in pure knowledge knows that this world is also same. Okay. So let's do another one. Mano drishyamidam dvaitam.
Mano drishyamidam dvaitam.
Yat kinchit sacharacharam.
Yat kinchit sacharacharam.
Manaso yamani bhave.
Manaso yamani bhave.
Dvaitam nevopalabhyate.
Dvaitam nevopalabhyate. You want to read, Krishna?
It's fine.
This Sanskrit? Yeah.
Sanskrit only.
Sanskrit she doesn't want to do.
Mana drashya means perception of the mind. Idam dvaitam, this duality. Yatha is which. Kinchata is anything. Saha is including. Chara
Chara
is
is
all
all
movable.
Movable.
Acharam is the immovable.
Immovable.
Mansa is when the mind. Vi means for. Amini bhave is transcended or cease to act. Dvaitam is duality, in other words, plurality. Na eva, not at all. Upalabhyate, perceived. Upal means perceived.
Labhyate is to
Oh,
get to.
labhyate is perceived.
Labhyate means to get.
Oh, to get. Okay.
Yeah. Whatever that is perceived in this world, movable or immovable, is nothing but the perception of the mind, is nothing but the mind. For plurality is not perceived when the mind is transcended.
Okay, so
And
before we go, I just want to bring so that it will be open up when you go.
Same thing is repeated.
The main thing, no, he's talking about amani bhava now, okay, or no mind, because we in Vedanta we hear this a lot.
Amani.
Aman, man or aman. So mind and no mind, he's saying. So what does it mean to have a no mind? Because whenever they talk about mind, they say, oh, man ko mat use karo, then you cannot function properly in spirituality. Man, he has all the dirt and problem, and or when they talk about transcending, remember? Transcending mind, body, intellect, they talk about. What does that mean? He's going to open up, so then everybody can pay attention to what it means, amani bhava. Okay.
In this stanza, we have the third explanation which Gaudapada consents to give to our perceived world of plurality. He here says that the plurality is an apparent perception of the mind. He is very careful to include in the world of delusion both the movable and the immovable. The movable includes and incorporates in it the entire world of conscious living beings, and the immovable embraces the entire world of inert matter. What is the argument or basis upon which the great master insists upon the belief that the world is but a perception in the mind? He points out that in the absence of the mind, the pluralistic world totally fades away from our experience. Again, in one's own day-to-day experience also, when the mind is wandering either in its preoccupations with an immediate problem, or when the mind is wool gathering the immediate happenings round about such an individual, are not perceived by him, and it becomes evident to all of us in our own experience that where the mind is not, their world is not.
So let's stop here because it's a long thing, so we just want to make sure that we get what he's trying to say. So he's just saying कि अगर मन वहाँ नहीं है तो तुमको तुम्हारी दुनिया भी वहाँ नहीं है. ये तो सबको समझ में आया, right? I may be present here, but if I'm preoccupied and somebody walks in, I don't even see it.
Yeah.
So मेरी दुनिया वही है जहाँ मेरा मन है. That's what he's saying. Okay.
The state when the mind acts not. Amani bhava. Amani bhava.
It's a bhava.
Yeah. Acha. Bhava.
Bhava.
This is a chiseled expression of such exquisite beauty and ethereal harmony that it defies translation. Mana is mind. A mana is not mind. And a mani bhava is equivalent to saying non-mindhood. The non-mindhood is godhood. Looking down from the balconies of the non-mindhood, the imperfect world of phenomena cannot be available for perception.
So just to make it clear, he's just talking about when people are at that high level,
Yeah.
उनको दुनिया में भगवान दिखाई देता है. If we can understand that, that's what amani bhav means. And you know, like when I was listening to this one talk this morning, and I'm going to send it to everybody because it's very, very good talk about practical application of Bhagavad Gita. So in that he was saying that how there was this lady,
Who is that?
Sarvapriyananji. Well, he was saying that he met one lady in Himalayas, near Badrinath or something, one old lady. And she said she used to feed whichever traveler comes. And she used to say, my Krishna has come, my Krishna has come. So like one time she was doing aarti. And some people, Mataji khana khilaiye, that's how people darwaze pe aake chillate the. So she was doing aarti, so she stopped the aarti and she went in the kitchen and to make rotis. So her people who were sitting there said, Mataji kya kar rahe ho? Aarti to puri karo. She said, nahi, mera Krishna aaya abhi, main, you know, now. And then one time, that she said, main aarti kar rahi hu. That's exactly what she said, that main aarti kar rahi hu because so that's how she was looking at it. And she said one time she had a high fever and somebody came, Madhaji khana khilaiye. She still got up and started doing so. Then his whatever devotee was saying, how mean these people are. He said, क्या करूं कृष्ण भगवान वैसे ही आए हैं. You know?
वो नूरानी नजर है ना, बोले
yes,
जैसे नामदेव ने कुत्ते के लिए रोटी ले गया तो उसके पीछे घी का कटोरा लेके गया.
Right.
रूखी तो न खा, घी तो लगा.
Right. So what he was trying to say, this Sarvapriyananji, that for her, she was not saying कि I am seeing him as God. She's seeing real God in him. Not कि मेरे को उसमें भगवान दिखाई दे, नहीं, वो भगवान ही है. So if somebody is at that level, then they have that amani bhava. That's what we have to understand. It's not like, they become stupid and they cannot transact with the world. That's not what they are saying. So I just wanted to make that clear. Yeah.
We have already seen that the goal of yoga is to reach the sublimation of the mind. The state of fulfillment of all spiritual sadhana is thus at the non-mindhood, and the entry of the mortal into the realm of the immortal is achieved when this dissipated mind and intellect equipment is once forever shattered. Where the mind has ended, there supermanhood has started. Mind शांत हो गया
right.
तो superman
Superman
would
हो
start.
गया.
And to such a perfected man, the pluralistic world of phenomena cannot be real, for he is no more looking out into the world through any distorting mental apparatus, but the perceives through his clear spiritual glasses. In the next stanza, we are given the secret of how to reach this state of non-mindhood.
So now everybody understood what he
But
means.
I think we should also know where to have this no mind. There was one old lady, I think Anglo-Indian, staying in Delhi, and there was a snake living with her. She was all alone. Every day she would feed the snake, milk and all that. And one day the snake just bit her and she died. So I think this thing of
No,
My mother did that. My
Yeah?
mother, there was a snake in our, in villages there is a big area.
Yeah.
So there is a, and it's all, we call it danda, like, there is a boundary around it.
Yeah.
And we used to tie our animals,
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
them
correct.
there during daytime. Night time they are inside. So there was a snake, everybody knew that. And my mother knew that you shouldn't feed the snake. But she said, no, this is my pittar. And she will put milk every day. And one day the snake bit our cow.
Yeah.
And snake and cow both were there. Both died. He didn't go. He was there. Both died there. And my
snake die.
Because I think they say कि
How
कुछ
did the
transfer हो
snake
जाता
die?
है.
How did the snake
nobody knows how.
But
they
actually,
died. My
bhavna
mother said
doesn't work.
they
Now
will
my-
No, but let's one thing I want to make it very
Yeah.
clear.
They both died.
Never,
Yeah, God
you changed
knows.
the topic.
Yeah.
Because Amani Bhav is like a karma mode.
It's a bhav.
When you
See
are in
now
that
recently हमारे backyard में
totally-
से
Take one for
yeah,
the
see,
I'm sorry.
सांप आया था. Monday my daughter-in-law goes to pluck the flower in the backyard.
इसी
तो
घर में?
हाँ इसी घर में.
Wow.
तो बिकॉज गोल्फ कोर्सेज है ना पीछे,
Yeah,
गोल्फ कोर्सेज है ना पूरे माउंटेन्स हैं, गोल्फ कोर्सेज हैं. तो शी वेंट टू प्लग द फ्लावर्स, शी सॉ द स्नेक. शी सॉ द स्नेक, शी इज प्रेइंग, हाथ जोड़ के मेरा शिव जी आए हैं, आज मंडे है. बोलो. एक साइड से उसने अपने फ्लावर प्लग किए, थाली लेके खड़ी, हाथ जोड़ा, उसको ही वेंट अवे. तो मैं पान उसको डांट रही थी कि उसको बोले शिव जी आया था ना, आज मंडे है. बोलो.
और उसका भाव है तो वो चला भी गया.
Yeah,
Anyway,
वही मैं
Joe wants to
बोलती
say
हूँ ना,
something.
भाव.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying that Amani Bhav is like a karma mode. That is like you are in a mode which is through your universal mind. Your logic and emotions are not involved.
Not there. Yeah.
So then, whatever you do, and even if you die, that is your
Exactly,
time
I was
has
going to
come.
say exactly.
That has nothing to do.
Yeah,
with
so don't mix. See, when they give an example, we should see what they are
Yeah,
trying to
it's not-
say. So please don't put the
Yeah.
wrong example at the wrong time because it can shatter
Yeah,
the.
yeah.
See, it's very very important to get the gist and what Joe got the gist. And
Yes.
अगर कोई उस state में पहुंच गया ना, तो
Yeah.
universe is gonna help him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And if he has to
That-
die, it's like
Yeah.
Sukhdev ji, नहीं क्या नाम है
उसकी
उनका,
death हुई.
Parikshit died.
परीक्षित था.
Okay,
Yeah.
because he knew he was going to die, but he got moksha before that anyway. So he said that when Parikshit the snake came, he was so calm. He said, "Please come and bite me," because he knew that it was time for him to go. So that's what it is. So if somebody is at that state, they don't need to worry. The whole universe is watching them and taking care of them. But we have to first reach there.
Yeah.
But at our level, if we
Yeah,
snake
we
is,
have to-
please don't stand there like a
Yeah.
Shivji. Please move.
मैं उसको डांट रही थी.
मेंटल कम्युनिकेशन कर ही सकते हो ना आप से, उससे स्नेक से.
नहीं कर सकते हो मगर what I'm
Yeah,
saying, they are
yeah.
not
But
telling
you
you
have
to
to
be
be
stupid.
aware, yeah.
Yes, if you have a danger comes, then you should. But you will know when you don't need to move. If you are spiritually doing it, like this lady, she had so much confidence. Maybe she did have
Yeah.
confidence. Then Shivji will help
She
her.
4 hours she prays every Monday.
And like he said, death, if we look at it from our perspective, we'll never understand it. But at a higher level, like this little girl who died, from worldly point of view, looks so horrible. The accident looks horrible. The way it happened looks horrible. But from her perspective in some other realm, she said, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ. मैं जहाँ हूँ मेरे को वहीं होना चाहिए. You know, so I think that's good.
ये
that we have
सबका
that.
इंडिविजुअल है.
Yeah.
Her mind of state was she prayed. शायद हम होते तो डर जाते,
Right,
आ
right,
जाते अंदर.
And actually, it didn't happen
Yeah.
like the way you did. But one time I was with my son in India in that ashram, and when we opened the door in the morning, cobra was sitting there like this. Oh, मेरी तो जान ही निकल गई. And my son thought it was so exciting because he was like 15. So cobra. I said, shh, quiet. फिर वो चला गया. So and then we went there and we told them we were like from America and all.
Yeah,
so we
हम
tried to
लोग
make
तो
such a
एक
big
छिपकली
deal.
से भी डरते हैं,
So
सच्ची
बोले,
बताती
one
हूँ.
thing they said in this ashram, cobra has never bitten anybody. When you see, just don't get too excited. Just be calm, वो चला जाएगा. Because there's so much om chanting happens. That's what their attitude was. Because you can't go and kill it, and they say we don't do all that. वो आया गया बस ठीक है. You know.
I went to Coimbatore for this Ayurvedic treatment, and this place is like in jungle. And I found a very nice place. And I always, wherever I go, I take a round and see what's there. And then I found this place, and I felt like this is a very good place for meditation. So I went and sit down there, and I meditated, and I felt really good. And then somebody came and tapped at me, and they said, "I'm supposed to sit here.
What, you're not supposed
You're
to?
not supposed to sit here.
You're not supposed to sit here. This is a place for Sarp puja."
Oh,
This is like so many snakes are here.
my God!
And
But nothing happened to you.
nothing happened, and then I saw like they have all the photos of the snakes and everything.
Maybe that you had to do that for some spiritual sadhana.
I don't know, like I felt really good, and I said, I have come here every day. This is such a good place, like so peaceful. And I didn't look at like, what is this? I said, people have like दिए वहाँ रखे थे, तो मैंने सोचा कि
बहुत अच्छी जगह है।
बहुत ही बढ़िया जगह है, देखना कितनी क्वाइट कोई नहीं है यहाँ पे. And I felt so good, and then
Interesting.
So how many days
Achha,
were you
it's like
meditating?
12:30.
only first day.
First day only they told okay. So would you go again?
They want you to
Would you ever go?
No, I didn't go to that.
Got it. I think that was maybe some reason that it happened. Let's close the thing and then we can talk because it's already 12:30. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namah.
Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namah.
Om Asito Ma Sadgamaya Tamso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanam Mrityormukshiya Mamritat. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevaya Vashyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Brahmarpanam Brahma Havihi Brahmagno Brahmana Hutam Brahmaiva Tena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina.
Fill your hearts with real peace. Spine straight. Om Dev Shanti Antariksham Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rapah Shanti Roshadayah Shanti Vanaspatayah Shantir Vishve Deva Shantir Brahma Shanti Sarvam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Redhi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, we'll do Shanti Shanti Om
3 times you can
3
repeat it.
times. Spine straight again. Take a deep breath. When we do Om and take our prana all the way here, then we stop, and that time our objective should be to expand that prana, to just think like you're expanding there before we do the next one. Second one again. Om